Hello guys, my name is Nurulsalka Benti Pauzi. Today I will talk about the geothermal energy for my thermodynamic project. Okay, first of all, I will start with the introduction, what is geothermal energy, and proceed with the categorized use, the application of the geothermal energy, and then proceed with the history when the first geothermal energy be found, and then proceed with the advantages, and finally the disadvantages of the geothermal energy. Okay, for introduction, we know that geothermal energy is a type of renewable energy which is generated within the earth. If you were to dig a hole straight down into the earth, you will notice the temperature getting warmer the deeper you go. That because the inside of the earth is full of heat, which we know as geothermal energy. It comes from heat generated during the original formation of planet and the radioactive decay of material. This thermal energy is stored in the rock and fluid in the center of the earth. Next, for the application of geothermal energy, what can geothermal energy be used? Geothermal energy can be categorized. The application of the geothermal energy can be categorized into three types, which is first, the direct use application. Second, the geothermal heat pump, and the third and the lastly is geothermal power plant. For the direct use application, is the most probably worldwide most widely used application because it doesn't need any specialized equipment to capture the geothermal energy. And then for the geothermal heat pump, it use geothermal energy to heat the building. And for the geothermal power plant, we use geothermal energy to convert geothermal energy to electricity. And for the history of the geothermal energy, for the history of for the history of geothermal energy. Geothermal energy has been in existence for billions of years. However, history says that geothermal energy has been used for about 10,000 years, starting with the Paleo-Indian, who used the hot spring and natural pool for cooking, bathing, and the warmth. According to Britannica, the world's first district heating system were installed at the Couders Aiguës, France in the 14th century, but it was not until the late 19th century that the other city and industry realized the economic potential of geothermal resource. Okay. In the 1830, the first known commercial use of geothermal energy. Asa Thompson charged $1 each for the use of 3 string feed bath in the wooden tub. Okay, next in 1892, the world's first district heating system, as water is piped from hot spring to the town building, was introduced in Boise, Idaho. Today, there are 4 district heating systems in Boise, providing heat to over 5 million square feet of residential, business, and government space. At the same time, there are 17 districts in the US and dozens more around the world using the same system. And in the 1904, the first geothermal energy power plant was invited by the Prince Prioginori Conti at the Larderello dry steam field in the Tuscany, Italy. After 1904, geothermal energy has been a consistent and expanding source of energy in the recent years. According to the International Renewable Energy Agency, which is known as ARENA, geothermal energy has grown steadily from around 10 gigawatt worldwide in 2010 2010 to 30.3 gigawatt in 2018. And then after this, geothermal energy is generated in over 20 countries, and the United States is the world's largest producer. And the largest geothermal development in the world is the geyser north of the San Francisco in the California. In Iceland, many of the buildings and even swimming pools are heated with the geothermal hot water. Iceland has at least 25 active volcanoes and many hot springs and geysers. According to the Cape Admiral in 2018, the United States topped the world in the geothermal electricity production, which producing 3,567 megawatt of the geothermal power with another 1,217 megawatt of additional project currently in development. For the first advantages of geothermal energy, it is renewable. Geothermal energy is a source of renewable energy that will last until the Earth is destroyed by the Sun in around 5 billion years. The hot reservoirs within the Earth are naturally rapidly niche, making it both renewable and sustainable. And the second advantage is a high potential. Worldwide energy consumption is currently around 15 terawatt, which is far from the total potential energy available from geothermal source. While we can currently use most reservoir there is a hope that the number of exploitable geothermal resources will increase with ongoing research and development in the industry. It is currently estimated the geothermal power plant could provide between 0.0035 and 2 terawatt of power. And the third advantage is rapid revolution. There is a great deal of exploration into the geothermal energy at the moment, meaning that the new technology are being created to improve the energy process. There are an increasing number of projects to improve and grow this area of industry. With this rapid evolution, many of the current cons of the geothermal energy will be mitigated against. And finally, the disadvantages of the geothermal energy. First, the disadvantages of geothermal energy is location restricted. Okay, the largest single disadvantages of the geothermal energy is that it is location specific. Geothermal power plant need to be built in a place where the energy is accessible, which means that some energy are not able to exploit this. Not some energy, but some area are not able to exploit this resource. Of course, this is not a problem if you live in a place where geothermal energy is readily accessible, such as Iceland. Also, for any other place that doesn't have the resource that don't have this resource, and so they did not have any geothermal energy, like our nation, like our country, we doesn't have geothermal energy. And the second disadvantages is high cost. Geothermal energy is an expensive resource to tap into, with price tag ranging from the around 2 million 2 million until $7 million for a plant with a 1 megawatt capacity. However, where the upfront costs are high, the outlay can be recovered as part of a long-term investment. And the third disadvantages of geothermal energy is the environmental side effect. Although geothermal energy does not typically release greenhouse gases, there are many of these gases stored under the earth's surface, which are released into the atmosphere during digging. While these gases are also released into the atmosphere naturally,